really see down the street, can you?
That's okay. Once they sneak past the blue, then we'll. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Gentex Kinderparade. My name is Mark Dykema. I'm here with fellow board person. Why don't you introduce yourself, good sir?
Oh, good afternoon, Mark. This is Scott Stenstrom. I'm with Fifth Third Bank, a proud board member and first-time Tulip Time announcer.
Tulip Time announcer, yes. It's been a minute since I've announced a Kinderparade, but we are thrilled to be here, show you our Kinders for sure, and also a super clean street. The rain is helping to keep the streets wet so that we can get them good and scrubbed before the parade starts. And they are just a few minutes away from presenting us with the announcement of the streets being too dirty to walk on, and we got to get our Dutch clean and get our streets nice and clean. Scott, how many street scrubbings have you participated in?
I was just going to say, I do love the tradition of the street scrubbing. However, I'm really enjoying the street scrubbing from this angle today.
Yes. We're in a little bit of a drier spot. It's somewhat of a humid experience at this moment.
But you know what? The streets will get clean nonetheless.
That's right. That's right.
And it's just a little less water you got to carry today.
That's right.
And I know
that can be a cumbersome challenge right there. So, yeah. You can hear the bell of our town crier, Art Talsma. Right behind him is Mayor Nathan Box, members of City Council, our Tulip Time Executive Director, Gwen Auwerda, and then our fellow friends on the board, all joining in the street scrubbing. Mayor Box is going to inspect the streets, so he's talking to the crowd, checking the streets now. Oh, he doesn't like it. It looks dirty. It looks
lots of
dirty.
opportunity there.
Yep. Let's get some of that Dutch work ethic going. Get these streets cleaned up. And the motion has passed. We must clean the streets.
Well done. Well done. Great to see you. The mayor's shoes are extremely stylish.
They are.
This year.
Golden shoes. They're looking great. Very pretty. Here's our friends, fellow friends from the board. Let's give them a wave. Say hello.
Working very hard.
Working very hard.
There's Gwen. Love to see
The
Gwen.
umbrellas aren't going to do a lot of street scrubbing, but we've got fellow citizenry dressed in their Dutch costumes, wearing wooden shoes, and scrubbing the streets. So we appreciate everybody who showed up to help in this capacity, cleaning the streets, the all-important work of cleaning the streets. The street scrubbers are sponsored by Tennant, who I think is following behind, doing a little bit of last check scrubbing themselves with their street or their floor cleaning machines.
Just making sure the job is done completely.
That's right. That's right. We like a good Achterhoek costume. That's with the red scarf there and the black vest. It's a mighty fine costume. It's the one that I generally wear when I'm giving tours and things of that nature. Dapper looking crowd.
And the ones that just walked by, Mark, it's a little bit more like the one that I have, the black vest and red.
That's what you have?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Achterhoek.
I never knew that's what it's called.
That's what it's called. That's the one. Yep. It's the Achterhoek costume. Earlier when I was talking about the Volendam one, that's all part of a joke that I'm actually lying to them at the very beginning. So here we got a little Dutch girl doing some somersaults. That's pretty impressive. Do that in wooden shoes?
Especially in wooden shoes.
Absolutely. That takes some talent right there.
You can get those so they are comfortable.
The wooden shoes?
Yes.
Yeah, you sure can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Takes a little woodworking.
Yep. A little sanding, a little filing.
A few pairs of socks here or there, but you can get them so they're comfortable.
It is possible. Also, if you get them made out of croc material, that usually makes them pretty comfortable as well. I've got some wooden shoes. If you see the wooden shoes that have like the point coming up, almost like an elfish looking point on them, those are fishermen's wooden shoes. And then they also have wooden shoes that have rounded toes, and those would have been more the construction worker, the farmer, and those sorts of things. And so, we're going to get a little bit of a splash of water here in front of us. Appreciate that.
Got to make sure that street's clean.
That's right. Got to get in those cracks.
This is quite the crew that's cleaning the streets today.
Yes, it is. It's a remarkable show of the citizens showing up to help clean the streets despite the rain. So I appreciate that. That's really cool. Thank you, Holland, for showing up. I think one of the beautiful things about the Tulip Time Festival is there are over 2,000 volunteers that help to make that festival happen, make this festival happen. It is really a remarkable thing to have all the people of the city show up, lean in, and present a beautiful city and a delightful festival around a tulip, our Dutch heritage, and celebrating Holland today. It's all really a beautiful thing.
You just saw our street scrubbing presenting partner, the Tenant Company. They're doing some good work out there.
I like the one with the teeth on it, that hot rod.
That's taking it
floor
up a
scrubber.
notch.
Yeah, that's getting work done right there. That's pretty remarkable. Very cool.
He even had a horn mounted on that one.
You ever get hit by one of these that's being driven automatically?
No, I tend to stay away from that.
Yeah. You don't see them coming, and man, they sneak up on you. My goodness, it can be a little bit of a scary thing. Coordinated effort over here. Uh-oh.
Synchronized.
Synchronized scrubbing. Yeah, I love it.
Well done.
Very well done. Well, I think the streets are nice and clean.
Yeah, they're looking a lot better now than they did.
So we're getting ready to commence with the first parade of the 95th Tulip Festival. So here's a little trivia for you, Scott. Do you know when Tulip Time first started? I mean, you might just have to be good at math.
Well, I could say 95 years ago.
Yeah, that'd be fine. That'd get a passing grade.
That would be an acceptable
That'd get
answer.
a passing grade. So 1929 was our first series of Tulip Days. 1927, a biology teacher named Lyda Rogers made a presentation at the Women's Literary Club. We'll see them here in a little bit, the Women's Literary Club entry. But she made a presentation. She said we should beautify the city, celebrate our Dutch heritage by planting some tulips, and the club went and made a presentation to City Hall. 1928. City Hall said, "Yeah, let's do it." They bought 100,000 tulips, planted them. That fall, 1929, we celebrated our first Tulip Days. So it wasn't called Tulip Time quite at the time. It was Tulip Days, and we had Tulip Days and invited neighboring towns to come over. A few years later, the nonprofit that you and I both serve on the board for was formed as the Tulip Time Festival. They bought the website, probably not way back then, but glad that we have tuliptime.com now as our official website, and are able to celebrate what we now purchase is 650,000 tulips and plant all throughout town. And they usually sprout for a 60-day window, and we usually do a pretty good job of having tulips in bloom. This year, I think most of the festival is taking place on day 61.
Yeah,
So
the timing a little bit out of our control. But
yes,
nonetheless, beautiful.
yes.
Seeing members of our Holland Department of Safety, followed by Gentex Corporation. Gentex is a technology leader in the automotive, aerospace, and fire protection industries. The company is also Ottawa County's largest employer. The Gentex team is walking with their Michigan-themed Chevy Colorado and matching Polaris RZR. You know, this vehicle has wraps on it that depict the Great Lakes Mackinac Bridge. That's very cool.
It is really cool. Sharp looking entry.
There you go. That's very parade.
What's your favorite piece of technology that you know of that Gentex makes?
Ooh.
I mean, the automatic fading mirrors in your vehicle, that's a pretty nice little feature right there.
It's the ones that you take advantage of that you don't even know exist.
That's exactly it, that you sort of take for granted.
Absolutely.
You know, the sensors that tell you there's a car sitting in your blind spot, that sort of thing, right? Yeah. Here we have the West Ottawa High School Marching Band under the direction of Mike Heyman and Jay Gainforth. Drum majors are Lori, Addie, and Selene. And the color guard captains are Stephanie, Jasmine, Vanessa, and Gianna. Let's give them a listen here. In high school?
I was voluntold by my parents.
Voluntold?
Yes. That was one of the things that I had to do. So I started off with a trumpet.
Okay.
And ended my band career carrying a tuba.
And carrying a tuba?
Yes.
So you went from the smaller of the brass to the larger of the brass instruments.
I did.
Very nice. I sort of stayed right in the middle. I played trombone all through my middle school and high school career. I had a broken arm for one season, so I switched to baritone.
Very nice.
And then swapped back to trombone once I was able to get the trombone out to sixth position again.
Next is our West Ottawa, the Grand Marshal of the Tulip Times Kinderparade is Wakazoo Elementary School from West Ottawa Public Schools. How cool is that? The entire school.
It's so great.
Is a Grand Marshal. This year, Wakazoo Elementary is celebrating its sesquicentennial anniversary. Since the first one-room schoolhouse opened in 1874, countless students have filled the classrooms continuously for more than 150 years. With the theme Family, 437 students and 60 teachers and staff currently call this school home. In addition to being a nationally recognized Blue Ribbon school, Wakazoo prides itself on longtime community connections. It's great to have Wakazoo Elementary here today.
So cool that they get to celebrate their 150th anniversary by being the Grand Marshals. When our executive director of Tulip Time, Gwen Auerta, went over and told the school, they were just delighted. They had a special presentation a special assembly where they told all the students, and the students were giddy with excitement to be featured at the front of the parade. So congratulations, Wakazoo Woods. Hey, this parade is made possible in part by a large group of reserve police officers from the Holland Police Department, and we would like to welcome and thank the Holland Police Department Reserve Officer of the Year, Jason Trott, driving by us. This is West Ottawa Interact. Rolling through the heart of the parade, the West Ottawa Interact Club proudly presents the Blossoms of Safety, a striking entry that merges the celebration of Dutch heritage with a vital message of water safety. Next up is West Michigan Community Bank, serving West Michigan for over 45 years with a focus on our community, customers, and employees.
That's a very festive float that they have there.
Sure is.
Next up is the Momentum Center. Momentum Center is a grassroots movement seeking to create a community free of stigma, where every person is fully visible and connected. Momentum Center for Social Engagement provides social and recreational programming for persons with mental illness, addictions, and developmental disabilities for only $1 a year. That's a great service to the community.
That is a wonderful service, absolutely. And who couldn't use a little momentum, you know? Next up, we have Rest Haven. For more than 75 years, Rest Haven has served the Holland community, providing seniors with a full continuum of healthcare and services that's both innovative and tailored to their individual needs at different stages of life. As the only faith-based nonprofit health and living organization in the area, they're equipped to support seniors not only on physical, mental, and emotional level, but also on the spiritual level. When I'm taking folks on a tour, I love to show them the Warm Friend, now a Rest Haven community, but the Warm Friend, what was originally a hotel. Some of the little bullet holes on the corner of the building yet from a bank robbery that took place in 1932 that are still on that building there.
Hey, look, Mark, we got the Urban Air Adventure Park float coming up here. It's an amazing place for family fun. It's dedicated to supporting the Holland community. Urban Air Adventure Park in Holland, right off of US 31, is the ultimate destination for a full day of excitement and thrills. Have active fun with your family, from zip lining to spin flip bumper cars, climbing walls, and the high ropes course. There's something for everyone to enjoy. Here's to many more memorable adventures at Urban Air. I think we need to head over there after the parade's over.
It's my son's favorite hangout spot, that's for sure. We love going there. You know how you get to those days, especially in the winter, when it's just a little bit snowy, just a little bit. You've been inside for just a little too long.
Right.
It's a great way to smoke the energy. That's for sure. So
get the wiggles out, as we used to call them.
That's right. You have one of those dinners that you're just like, you know what? We need to do something. Urban Air might be the ticket. Here we have the water theme float now heading our way, courtesy of our friends at Holland Aquatic Center, located in the heart of Holland at 550 Maple Avenue. Holland Aquatic Center empowers people to live healthier, more connected lives through a fun community space for swimming instruction, competition, aquatic recreation, fitness, and wellness. Beautiful, beautiful remodel that they've done over at the Holland Aquatic Center. So we are thrilled to have them here in the parade today. I have many friends that work there and hang out there and exercise there. It's a wonderful, wonderful place. All right, Women's State Champions. Here comes In Academy. In Academy educates kids out at the end of Chicago Drive out in New Zealand. They say, come and grow with us. The City of Holland, our friends who plant the 650,000 tulips, well, at least half of them are planted by volunteers, but maintain our beautiful parks and everything like that. Here's our planting crew that we get to thank for all the beautiful tulips and flowers that garner our city streets year-round.
I think the last number I heard, Mark, was 680,000 tulips planted by the city, and a little over 1.2 million in the city of Holland.
Yeah, in front of private residences.
Absolutely.
And everything like that. Yeah,
including everything that's done.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Here we have 91.3 WCSG, your family-friendly, commercial-free Christian radio station.
WCSG thanks their listening family for over 50 years being on air. That's quite a record. 50 years is quite a long time.
Yes.
Find them on your radio dial at 91.3, on the web at WCSG.org, or search WCSG in the Android or Apple App Store.
Bowerman Farmers Market, home of the famous blueberry donut. Bowerman's also has delicious homemade pies, jams, and fantastic assorted bakery products. We were just gifted from our neighbor. I helped her fix her lawnmower, and she gifted us with a blueberry crisp from Bowerman's.
Oh, I thought you were just going to say we were just gifted like right now.
I wish. I should have told her to wait and bring it to us here, nice and warm.
It'd be great on a nice rainy afternoon.
That'd be perfect, wouldn't it?
And here comes the Holland Christian High School Marching Band. They have a long and proud tradition of excellence, whether it be in the concert setting or along with the Tulip Time Parade route. Holland Christian high schools have consistently received the top ratings at Michigan School of Band and Orchestra Association festivals. One great organization. Congratulations.
Here we have Pine Ridge Christian Elementary. It's Holland Christian's south side of town, 3rd through 5th grade school. This year they have gardeners who have created their own rendition of a tulip, and we have students who have chosen to celebrate the Dutch culture through traditional Dutch dress. These students are carrying elements that depict the Dutch culture through art and the celebration of all flowers, especially our beautiful tulip gardens. Did you make it to any tulip gardens this year?
The immersion garden.
The immersion garden was gorgeous this year.
And just the drive up and down the streets and the boulevards that have tulips, it's
Yes.
beautiful this year.
Absolutely. There were a lot of tulips at the beginning of the festival. I had a pretty easy time showing people tulips at the beginning of the festival. Towards the end of the festival here, it's becoming a little bit more of a challenge, but there's still lots of beautiful tulips to see if you want to hop in your vehicle and drive around tulip lanes.
Oh, absolutely.
I'd say we're batting about 50%, and of course the immersion garden has all sorts of really fresh tulips.
I think they need to go to that Air Adventure Park.
Yeah, they sure do.
So here comes Holland Christian Schools. They're committed to equipping minds and nurturing hearts to transform the world for Jesus Christ. This float highlights the youngest learners in their thriving preschool programs. They offer a diverse program for 3s, 4s, and 5-year-olds in English and Spanish immersion. In Jeremiah 17, it is written, "Blessed are those who trust in the Lord, whose confidence is in him. They will be like a tree planted by the water that sends out the roots by the stream." Holland Christian Schools have heartily endeavored, since its creation in 1901, to be rooted in Scripture, rooted in community, both in the Holland Christian community and the greater Holland community, and rooted in life for the Savior and neighbors throughout our local community and the wider world.
Here we have, just past us is the Southside Dutch Art, and here we have the Holland Christian 6th grade band. Let's give them a listen. Sharp sounding group right there.
Absolutely.
Here's my elementary alma mater, Rose Park Children, celebrate Dutch heritage and the beauty of our blooming tulips. Children in Dutch costumes are celebrating famous Dutch foods and confectionaries. I always wanted to be, in the 5th grade, males were allowed to, some of the males were selected to become pigs in the blanket. And so I always wanted to be a pig in the blanket, but I was not one of the ones selected. And it's not one of the reasons, well, it is one of the reasons why I cry myself to sleep most nights. Rose Park Christian Elementary is located on the north side of Holland. Here we have, let's see, I'm not even sure how to say some of these words. Well, the windmill cookies, of course. You gotta have those windmill cookies. That's delicious. Here they are carrying pigs in the blanket. Nobody,
Oh,
nobody.
yes.
I don't see anybody with the big pig head. That's what it used
Oh,
to
right
be. You would
behind-
put a
yeah.
big head and be wearing like a blanket shawl.
Right behind
So-
them are the pig heads.
Oh, are they? Yeah.
Oh,
well, there they
yeah.
are. They're holding them. Right,
There
there they
you
go.
have it.
There you go. Wonderful. Must have made their own paper mache pig hats. So that's very cool. We're starting to pick up the sounds of Holland Christian Middle School 7th and 8th grade band. It is directed by Matt Veenstra and assisted by Mr. Scott Vandenberg and Mrs. Shanley Cruisinga. Let's give them a listen. Right there.
Hey, and here's the Forest kids from Holland Christian Forest School celebrating agriculture in Holland. And their mission during tulip time, celebrate the life of Dutch heritage and the beauty of Holland's tulips. Children in Dutch costumes are celebrating the agricultural industry in the Netherlands. Take a peek at our vibrant vegetables. Children dressed as gardeners are ready to dig into the dirt and care for our tulips. They're
might
not
be-
going to find any dirt on the street, though, because that was removed not
That's
so
right.
long ago.
I see. Are those radishes or are those turnips?
Those must be turnips.
You know, maybe we should give up tulips and start doing turnips.
Oh.
Turnip time?
It would be tasty if we did that.
It would be tasty. How many recipes can you think of with turnips in it, though? I can't think of too many.
No. The attendance for turnip time would probably not
would
be
be
as
pretty
well.
low. Pretty
No.
low. Here we have Bentler Automotive. They are a manufacturing facility located in Holland that produces aluminum structural components for the automotive industry. Bentler is a global company with around 26,000 employees and more than 70 plants in about 25 countries. Thanks for being with us today, Bentler. Behind them, we have Champion Martial Arts. This is Team Intensity from Championship Martial Arts in Holland, Michigan. They are here to spread the love of martial arts to the community by showing their awesome kicks and punches. Here we go.
You know,
That was pretty cool.
nicely done.
Yeah. I want them to do it in wooden shoes.
I was
next
just
time.
going to say, I noticed they didn't have wooden shoes on, which is probably good. You know, right behind them is world famous Dutch dancers. Here come our world famous Dutch dancers, Mark, directed by our Dutch dance director, Jen Rickboos.
She did an awesome job this year putting together. We had over 800 dancers this year, which is really remarkable. All volunteers, all wearing official costumes, dancing all week long, every night at 7 o'clock, with the one exception of the tornado watch that was going on through town. So thank you so much to our Dutch dancers for all the time that they put in year-round into preparing for a wonderful presentation that they do daily during the festival.
Absolutely brings so much excitement
Absolutely.
to tulip time and
Behind
the
them is
parades.
Benjamin Hope. Benjamin's Hope is a community inspired by a family with a son named Ben who is significantly affected by autism. Ben's Hope is a live, learn, play, worship farmstead community where people of all abilities are transformed by the love of Christ. And behind them we have the Hamilton Middle School 7th and 8th grade band, a staple of tulip time parades for many, many years. Let's give them a listen.
Hospice of Holland is West Michigan's leading provider of hospice and palliative care with 43 years of service to the community and over 65,000 citizens served. This nonprofit organization reaches residents of Ottawa, Allegan, Kent, Van Buren, and Muskegon counties.
Behind them we have Calvary Schools of Holland, who has 2 campuses housing students from K through 4 through 12th grade. The school is part of the Ambleside Schools International, is based on Charlotte Mason's educational approach. Here they are doing some fishing. How are you for fishing, Scott?
I like to catch them, and
You
I like to
catch
eat
'em?
them.
You like to eat them?
Yeah, not
What's
so
your-
good on the waiting part, though.
Sure. The patience is really the skill that you develop in
Right.
fishing, I feel. Yeah?
It's almost like that's why you go fishing, to develop the patience.
Or to figure out what you're lacking in, which would be patience.
A lot of
Yes.
self-reflection when I'm out fishing. Absolutely.
Calvary School students are riding in style, while their older students are riding their brightly decorated bikes, hoping to entice the fish to bite. So here they are walking in a nice little pinwheel circle. Behind them, they've got their older students on some enticing bicycles. Part of our celebrating Bikes in Bloom, the 95th Festival Tulip Time theme.
Nice tie-in there, absolutely.
Pretty nice bicycles here.
Well adorned with tulips
Yes,
in
yes.
full bloom, I might add.
I borrowed my father's electric bike and was pedaling that all around town to try to avoid traffic, and that was a game changer this year. And I'm sure several people got fun pictures of me riding my bike in wooden shoes and Dutch costume, so that was pretty fun as well.
You had an electric bike in the rain and wooden shoes. You
Yeah, brave man.
taken
Brave
many
man,
risks
yeah.
there.
No rubber to keep that from transferring up. Well, I guess the tires were still rubber, so you
That's
know.
true.
But I'm not sure that's going to help me if it gets the battery, right on there. So yeah.
Then you end up running to wherever you need to be, which is never fun in
That's-
wooden shoes.
that's right.
I've had to
That's
do
right.
that before. So, and here we have Zeeland Christian. Zeeland Christian School is a 3-school throughout 8th grade school system made up of more than 1,000 students. Everything at Zeeland Christian School revolves around love of God, loving kids, and loving learning. They give glory and honor to God by nurturing each child's gifts and talents because one size fits one. They're represented here today by their 7th and 8th grade band students.
I always love marching in the parade, in the rain, We're now entering Division 3 with Compassionate Heart Ministry. Compassionate Heart Ministries is a fun, Christ-centered, and safe place for people ages 14 to 45 with mild to moderate disabilities to come hang out and make friends. Compassionate Heart is located in Zeeland and is open for morning and afternoon programming on Mondays through Thursdays. Compassionate Heart has some pretty cool cars following behind them. That's really fun.
Some very cool cars. And some really cool cars behind them
Yeah.
that we're about to see. It's great to see the convertibles show up despite the rain. Everybody's happy, waving.
Still have our stands full, our bleachers full of all sorts of tourists enjoying this fun parade despite the rain.
So here comes EV construction. In 2017, they had the idea to construct 2 drivable wooden shoes to honor their 70th anniversary and Tulip Time. The vehicle is a Toro Time Cutter, 0-turn riding lawnmower. I need one of those.
I've got one of those.
I'll see you later
and
today.
I love it.
Once disassembled, they were built from a steel frame, wood spines, and a wooden shell. Wiring was installed for electronics both inside and outside of the shoe. Those are really cool. Total time spent on both shoes was over 945 hours. The shoes measure 11 feet long, and if they were real shoes, they would be a size 411.
Isn't that crazy? Pretty close. How many pairs of socks do you think you need to wear to fit that on?
75,000.
That's also in here. It's a lot of knitting right there. That's
right.
for sure.
That's right. You won't be able to move, but those 75,000 pairs of socks will get you there.
An entry in honor of the lady who started all of it, Lyda Rogers, at the Women's Literary Club in 1927, with the idea of let's beautify the city and plant some tulips. Here we have the Women's Literary Club. They are celebrating their 125th year in history. Their membership of 123 ladies promotes charitable, educational, literary, and cultural activities with 1 to 2 programs monthly. Thank you, Lyda Rogers, for that great idea to have a tulip festival and plant a bunch of tulips, and
there you go.
what all fast forwarded to this wonderful parade that we're having today. Here we have Holland West Dutch Literature. West Elementary students are proud to represent Dutch literature. All of the 1st through 5th graders are carrying books that illustrate well-known children's stories. Some students are carrying waves and wooden shoe boats. The students are looking for the famous ghost ship, the Flying Dutchman. In fact, Hope College's mascot is the Flying Dutchman. Do you have a graduate at Hope College?
I do. I have a former Dutchman, class of 2022.
Oh, okay. So we have an alumni. I'm also an alumni, not quite 2022, maybe a little bit older than that. Happy Tulip time, my man. We got a future tour guide on our hands down there, I think.
They're all looking snappy dressers.
Yeah, they're all looking pretty sharp in their Dutch costumes, that's for sure. Maybe a little bit damp, but still happy to be in the parade. I always remember hoping to be able to have the parades, not have them canceled when I was in elementary school. It didn't matter if it was going to be raining on me. I just wanted to be in there, be seen, be able to wave at my mom and dad, who were probably trying to hide from the rain or something like that. You know, it was always a great time.
Absolutely. And here's Holland Language Academy.
Fellow board member Ilyana.
Great to see her. The 1st through 5th grade marchers from Holland Language Academy are carrying illustrations of common items along with the corresponding speech bubbles to show the names of the items in English, Spanish, and Dutch. Holland Language Academy serves grades pre-K through 5 and is located in the former Van Raalte School. It offers Spanish immersion instruction in a unique design and setting. Great to see all these young kids today.
And right behind them is the Holland Middle School 7th grade band.
Theme this year is a salute to Tulip, from bulb to bloom. And as you know, the tulip is the star attraction of Tulip Time. Jefferson's 1st through 5th grade students want to recognize the stages of the tulip's growth and all of the care it takes to get these wonderful flowers to grow. Hopefully these kids are on the radar for our friends at the City of Holland to help encourage Tulip Time planting and growing every year.
Absolutely, they sure are. They sure are.
To make another mention to former other board member Andy Kenyon as well.
Yes, absolutely. Behind them we have Holland Public Schools, Holland Heights, Dutch Mother Goose. Their theme is Mother Goose Goes Dutch. You will see that some of their more familiar nursery rhymes have been creatively adapted from the storybook words to parade route action. Teacher in the shoe, traditionally slates and school bells, 3 blind mice, mouse ears and sunglasses, Dutch Little Miss Muffet with scary spiders and all. Little Van Muffet. I love it.
And here's Eagle Crest Middle School Marching Band. Let's give them a listen. Comes Eagle Crest Charter Academy.
They return to the Kinderparade with a celebration of the moral focus, virtues that make their students and Holland's original settlers so successful. Wisdom, respect, gratitude, self-control, perseverance, courage, encouragement, compassion, and integrity. A 2019 National Blue Ribbon School, Eagle Crest serves a diverse community of students from young fives through 8th grade. They've got a nice little Eagle Crest chant, it sounds like.
There's lots of smiles out there.
Yeah, lots of school pride. We love that.
Next up is a float from Family Church. Family Church's goal is to help all people love God, love people, and make disciples of Jesus. Today, the Family Church float, decorated with hand-painted tulips, shares the church's family focus, as kids of all ages sing along with the worship team, celebrating tulip time through song.
Got to get some microphones on those folks up there.
There we go.
Singing the Ann Wilson song, Let Me Tell You About My Jesus. Here we have Holland Area Arts Council, in a joint cultural effort with the Pinnacle Art Group, proudly presents Dr. Seuss 25 Years Through the Wrong End of the Telescope National Touring Exhibition. Behind them we have South Olive Christian celebrating Dutch agriculture, as much of the area surrounding them is still used for farming today. Thanks for joining us, West Olive.
And then here's the Borkilo Christian School. Borkilo Christian is a small Christian school located north of Zeeland. It's the purpose of Borkilo Christian to provide a quality Christ-centered education which allows the students to develop their abilities to serve Christ and others.
Got a nice marching band for a small school.
Absolutely.
Sizable group.
Looking good in the room. White drums are very appealing as well.
Yes. Up next we have Golden Orchard's Assisted Living and Memory Care from Fenville, Michigan. We love to go to Fenville and pick our fair share of apples, that's for sure, every fall. Thank you, Golden Orchards, for being here with us today. Behind them we have the Zeeland High School Marching Band under the direction of Pujan Butari and Lucas Cure. The drum majors are Sienna and Katie. The Zeeland High School Marching Band is composed of students from both Zeeland East and West High Schools. Let's give them a watch and a listen.
by Zeeland High School. They're followed up by the First Presbyterian Preschool. Proud to grow the next generation. You know, I think one of the things, Mark, about this parade and the whole festival is just the nod to tradition.
Yes. And like the beautiful nod to tradition, and then also the ability to sort of bend it into what Holland is today.
Right.
You know, that if you missed a parade for 30 years, you could still come to this parade, see what you saw almost 30 years ago, but also at the same time, something brand new and very different.
Absolutely.
Also. And still all very much honoring the heart of Tulip time, and honoring Holland's history, Holland's Dutch heritage, and what Holland is today.
It's like they say, celebrate today, but never forget where you're from.
That's right. That's right.
Did you know the oldest trio upward bound program at a private college in the nation is at Hope?
Since 1968, Hope College Trio Upward Bound has impacted the lives of thousands of students of first generation and low income backgrounds from Fenville, Holland, and West Ottawa high schools by walking beside them to achieve their dream to graduate high school and go on to graduate from college.
I figured as a Hope alum, you might want to relish in that one.
Talk about Upward Bound.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Here come the big smiles of Life Circle's PACE members on their tribute float to Tulip Time. Life Circles helps people 55 plus manage complex health conditions in their homes instead of in nursing facilities. Their team becomes an extension of families to help folks balance healthy independence with safety. Very, very valuable and important service for sure. Appreciate them being in today's parade.
Next up, we have West Ottawa Makatawa Bay, 7th and 8th grade combined concert and symphony band. Many of the students in this group received a first division rating at their MSBOA Band Festival this year. Congratulations. And a solo and ensemble festival. They will be performing the Pokemon theme, a song arranged by Johnny Vinson. This group is instructed by Jake Lubbers, Jenna Schroeder, Andrew Dupree, with color guard instruction from Sue Burrell and Alyssa. They are right around the corner here.
And we have, I think, a group of the West Ottawa schools. So we have North Holland School, and they're celebrating May Day. We have Sheldon Woods, also celebrating May Day. And then we have West Ottawa Great Lakes Festival Mundial. Together we are one, and the motto of Festival Mundial, which takes place in Tilburg in the Netherlands. The focus is on celebrating cultures from all corners of the globe. The flag represents the many countries of our world. There are over 460 students from preschool through 5th grade attending Great Lakes. We celebrate our diversity through the school year. Over 100 students are joining us in this year's parade. Watching the West Ottawa bus program come in from the north side of Holland with all their hundreds of buses, a police barricade, police escort getting them into town, really is a remarkable thing. The logistics to be able to pull off a parade like this, I think, is something that should really be emphasized. It is no small feat to get all of these students from their schools safely into town, lined up through the parade route, picked back up, and back to school to be picked up safely. It really is a remarkable thing. All of the work that goes into pulling off this hour-long parade. And I applaud Kim Vandermolen and obviously the rest of the Tulip Time staff for all of their hard work in making all of this happen.
It's an incredible production, as you were saying, Mark.
That is
a lot of kudos. And here's our West Ottawa Bay Middle School band.
those instrumentalists, that's for sure, getting to play with just one measure rest. That was pretty impressive right there.
Strong tuba section in the back too, Mark.
Love that. Love that. That's
Absolutely.
for sure. The group in front of us right now is from North Holland, so this is the group that's celebrating May Day. This festival on the first day of May greets the arrival of spring. In 15th century Europe, May Day festivities mark the occasion with dances around the maypole. North Holland students march with colorful maypoles and floral designed flags. Sharp looking group here. Grateful they remembered their umbrellas, I'm sure. I don't think the maypole does a whole lot of rain protection.
No deflecting of water there, but they're happy and excited.
Maybe if you spin it fast enough, you might be able to ricochet the water off of you without causing too much trauma.
I don't think they care.
Yeah.
They're smiling.
They're enjoying it, yeah. Behind the Festival Mondial, we have the West Ottawa Bookmobile. You know summer is around the corner when you see the West Ottawa Bookmobile in the Kinderparade. The West Ottawa Bookmobile is co-sponsored by the West Ottawa Public Schools and the West Ottawa Education Association. Look for the Bookmobile in the community from mid-June to early August. The theme this summer is being a reading superhero or superheroine. And there we see some superheroes, superheroines right there. Be a superhero. Read. What's on your summer reading list, Scott?
Oh, right now I'm trying to get a hold of all these signs that are coming through.
Yeah, they're moving fast, aren't they?
And here comes the West Ottawa Woodside Kuchenoff. Garden themed, representing flowers, gardening, and the new growth spring begins.
You've been to the Kuchenoff, haven't you?
I actually
just
planted
recently.
tulips at the Kuchenoff.
That's a good feeling right there.
And I got a picture, and they actually came up this spring, so that was even better.
That's validating right there, isn't it?
I had a lot of help from their master
Their
gardener
specialist there.
Yes.
We've got the West Ottawa Harbor Light 7th and 8th grade band. Both bands received top first division ratings at the MSBOA Band Festival and have been working hard to perform You Belong With Me by Taylor Swift. This group is instructed by Jay Gainforth, Jenna Schroeder, and Jake Lovers, with color guard instruction from Sue Burrell and Alyssa. Let's go West Ottawa.
Tulips are blooming. Spring is definitely in the air. Students are marching, and tulips are blooming at Lakewood Elementary.
That's very near my childhood home, Lakewood Elementary. Over there by Tunnel Park, kind of, in that area. Carrying buckets to plant their tulips, take the tulip bulbs out of. They've got the rakes and shovels. Sunshine, of course, an important element. Water, another important element as well for growing those beautiful tulips.
And then right close behind them is the Vanderbilt Academy. The Vanderbilt students are depicting Dutch settlers, their trip to America. The young 5 students are riding in miniature canal boats. How fun is that? The kindergarten and first grade students carrying the blue waves to represent the ocean that they crossed on their voyage many years ago. The second and third grade students are carrying items they took on the voyage, like axes, saws, wooden shoes, and tulips.
Behind them, we have the Vanderbilt Voyager Band. It is under the direction of Don Hiberline. This is the 15th year he has led the Voyagers in the Tulip Time Parade. See if we can't give them a listen.
Habitat for Humanity. The Lakeshore Habitat has been serving the community for 34 years, partnering with families who cannot access affordable housing. Focused on affordable home ownership and home repair, they've partnered with over 160 families to build brand new homes that are affordable, allowing families to thrive, build generational wealth, and make our community as whole much stronger. Serving Allegan and Ottawa counties, and it's now expanding into Van Buren County. There's much work to be done, and it takes many supporters and volunteers to get it done. To get involved, please visit lakeshorehabitat.org.
Quality Car Wash is a proud sponsor of Tulip Time, striving to provide exceptional guest experiences and a clean, shiny, and dry car each and every day. They have grown to 9 locations here in West Michigan, including their new express interior cleaning service on River Avenue. I'm a partner. I'm involved in that. I'm in the express interior cleaning, and let me tell you, I love that. Clean your truck in 10 minutes, get you cleaned up on the inside, and send you on the road. It's a wonderful thing, that's for sure.
They make it very easy, that's for sure.
Yes. Here we have the Camaros of Michigan and the car club dedicated to owners, enthusiasts, and fans of the 6th generation and earlier GM Camaro. They're a nonprofit organization. Since 2015, their mission is to raise money for charities like Hospice of Holland and Harvest Stand Ministries, Food Pantry of Zealand, and St. Paul Food Pantry of Holland through hosting car shows and fundraisers and cruises. For more information about their organization, you can find them at camarosofmichigan.com.
It's like Camaros across the ages in front of us here.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of the newer Camaros myself, but I can understand why somebody might like an old one.
Well, like we were talking about before, a nod to the past.
You know, what was a pretty common thing in the 60s was to borrow your dad's muscle car and drive down Tulip Lane and pop open the door and mow down some tulips. And so my grandfather, my dad's dad, owned a property on Tulip Lane, and to prevent that from happening in front of his property, he took cement rebar, he painted it green, and he pounded it in the ground to prevent that from happening. So if you drove by in front of their house, it would go ding.
Little deterrence.
You won the lottery. So that was adapted citywide for a little while to keep that from happening, and that helped to solve that problem. So that probably wasn't any of the Camaro Club people, though, I'm sure.
No. And here comes Creekside and Cityside Midi Schools. The middle school bands from Zeeland Public Schools have been a long-standing participant in the Tulip Time parades. Creekside and Cityside Middle Schools have enjoyed performing for community events like Tulip Time, as well as concerts for their family and friends in Zeeland. This group was featured guest ensemble at the 2023 WMU Middle School Honors Band Day. Come see these students perform later this spring at the Zeeland Memorial Day Parade. Let's give it a listen. Well, Mark, you know it's a parade when the Wienermobile shows up.
You got that right.
The Wienermobile's an icon
love-
in Michigan. Who
We
hasn't
love
driven down the highway?
Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, that's for sure. Love seeing that in the parade. That's very fun.
You know, a couple of summers ago, I was driving up 196, and I think he was in a hurry to get to his next parade because I looked in the rearview mirror and there was this hot dog chasing me down the highway.
This is a scary sight.
It was a
Your
little
rear view.
unsettling until I actually figured out what it was. Thank
There
goodness
you
I had seen him
go.
before.
Attention Tulip Time Parade spectators, brace yourselves for a sweet surprise as we welcome the delightful Madeleine de Proust to our town. Introducing Creme de la Creme, the first mobile ice trike boutique serving up handcrafted ice cream, Sammys, and novelty pops from their whimsical bike. Scan the QR code for more information and a free giveaway.
And next up is Escape Ministries. Escape empowers and celebrates young heroes in our community. Their heart is for the youth who fall through the cracks to encounter Jesus' love and to have the opportunities and resources to be at their best. Through education, youth employment initiatives, boxing and after-school programming, Escape builds the relationships and provides a place of hope, empowerment, and belonging for middle and high school age students.
I think we got a live band down there. Let's give them a listen. Welcome to the vibrant world of Holland's Tulip Time Parade, where the Kyle Geenan Group real estate team takes center stage. As West Michigan's premier real estate team, they have garnered a reputation for excellence, helping families buy and sell homes with utmost expertise and care. With a combined experience of over 20 years, this dynamic team has established their offices in the heart of downtown Holland. They do have a really nice, prominently placed office space right there, and love driving by them on 9th and River. And seeing some of the fun things they've got going on. Always involved in all sorts of different things throughout town as well.
Our next group is Mobility Worldwide of West Michigan. Mobility Worldwide provides handicapped children and individuals of God with hand-powered cranking mobility carts. We just saw them go by.
It's really cool. Really cool.
And here's our friends from Evergreen Commons, an organization that inspires older adults to live their fullest lives. They've been disrupting the way people age since 1985. A place for flourishing in the heart of Holland. Great group of individuals.
Evergreen Commons helped to host several of our tourist bus this year and get them a nice lunch and everything like that. So we really appreciate their partnership here with the Tulip Time Festival as well. Behind them we have La Hoop, Latin Americans United for Progress. It is a nonprofit based in Holland, Michigan, proudly celebrating its 60th anniversary. La Hoop's mission is to empower Latinos to actively participate in building a stronger community for all through advocacy, education, and celebration. We appreciate their partnership with us as well. With the fireworks at the end of the festival here on Saturday night, we partner with La Hoop. They do a great time, have a great time hosting the party over at Collin Park. They do an awesome job, a great organization for us to partner with, and such fun people, such a great time.
They're taking it up a notch.
They
today.
sure are.
Here comes Corpus Christi, Diamonds of Amsterdam. You know, everyone associates tulips with Holland, but did you know Amsterdam is more well known for its diamonds? I did not know that.
Wow.
Once described the diamond capital of the world, more diamonds were run through Amsterdam than anywhere else in the world. Corpus Christi Catholic School celebrates the city of diamonds and represents the diamonds of Amsterdam with its sparkling display of gems, both big and small. Their students shine brightly, growing in knowledge, faith, and character in the Catholic Christian environment.
I did not know. I'm going to have to do some more research on that one.
Oh,
Diamonds of
Holland-
Amsterdam.
Holland Diamond Time?
I guess so. That wouldn't be a bad time right there, would it? Hard to replicate, though, I think, you know?
Right.
Yeah. Because we carrot. That's what I think we would say. Something along those lines right there,
Just
yeah?
a jewel of a motto you got there.
Oh, man, too funny.
And here's Macatawa Bank. Based in West Michigan, Macatawa Bank offers comprehensive banking, lending, wealth management, and e-commerce services to individuals, business, and government entities. Known for its local management and decision-making, Macatawa Bank prioritizes excellent service, rewarding experiences, and superior financial products to its customers. Committed to community service and support, they support local businesses, nonprofits through volunteerism, financial contributions, and collaboration.
Midwest Communications, WHTC, and 92.7 The Van, WHTC provides news, talk, and sports to the Holland and Lakeshore area for over 75 years. 92.7 The Van, Holland Saugatuck Lakeshore's classic hits covering Tulip time for 75 years. We appreciate their partnership in helping us talk about all the various things that we've been doing this festival. Behind them is BVW Property Management with over a decade of experience. BVW has built a reputation as West Michigan's premier full-service long-term rental, vacation property management, and project management company. Managing over 8,000 homes, condos, associations, and an expanding portfolio of vacation rentals through West Michigan, BVW is a proud member of the West Coast Chamber.
Here come the members of Unsalted Vacations. Sit back, relax, and unwind along the nation's premier freshwater coastline.
Behind them, we have Dance United. They're celebrating their 5th year of teaching children and adults to dance in the Holland community. They look like they're having a good time. Got to do that, right?
Absolutely.
Lakeshore Family Chiropractic riding in this pretty sweet-looking Jeep right here. The team at Lakeshore Family Chiropractic is committed to ensuring that your experience is a 5-star and that you have achieved successful results.
Here's the Holland Waterfront Celtic Festival and Highland Games. Now that's a different look for Tulip time. I like that.
It is. Very fun. Behind them we have Hamilton High School Hawkeye Marching Band. They took home 3rd place trophies from the Otsego and Grand Haven Marching Band competitions this fall. They also scored an overall 1st division rating at the MSBOA Marching Festival for the 7th year in a row. Let's give them a listen.
Difference with kids across West Michigan. This nonprofit organization provides hope in the form of weekend food for at-risk students. They are currently serving more than 12,000 kids across 8 counties. Each child receives a backpack of food packed with love and prayers. Hand to Hand Ministries invites you to get involved by praying, packing food, and donating. To learn more, please visit their website at h2hkids.org.
Mental Health Foundation of West Michigan, the Be Nice program is in its 10th year with Holland Public Schools and is active in other schools within the area like Zeeland Public. This initiative is a proactive approach to mental health and suicide prevention education in schools and workplaces.
Coming right behind them is the Saugatuck High School Marching Band. Let's give them a listen. Sure.
Carolyn Stitch Studio. I love Art Talsma has made his entry back into the parade, going a 2nd time through the parade with Carolyn Stitch here. What a bombastic pirate. What does a bombastic pirate have to do with youth mental health in Ottawa County? Carolyn Stitch Studio has partnered with the community in the Pirate Project, in which their children's book called The Pirate's Pajamas is a creative way to raise funds towards better mental health for the youth in Ottawa County.
And here comes our friends from the Palette Cosmetology Academy, located in Douglas, Michigan. They believe that it's time to transform the perception of hair school. At Palette, you will have a rare opportunity to learn from the global trailblazers whose passion changed the way the e-world looks at cosmetology as an industry. You know, we both might need a little touch-up after this rainy day today.
Yeah, it's messing with my hair a little bit, I can tell you that much. Scrapyard Climbing Collective is located in downtown Holland to introduce the engaging activity of rock climbing to the Holland community. This float demonstrates the challenge and safety systems used in rock climbing. The climbers on the wall are top roping, using the rope for protection but not upward movement. Rock climbing is a great physical, mental, and social activity, as much about community as it is about activity. Next, we have the Max Transit, serving the Holland Zeeland community for over 25 years and proud sponsor of the Tulip Time Shuttle. Max will take you there.
Here comes the Zeeland Youth Dance Company. This is an audition group of dancers, 5th and 12th grade from area schools. The group has weekly rehearsals and puts on several shows a year, the most recent being the ballet production of Peter Pan.
Some pretty impressive stuff right there. It's not a risk that I'd be willing to take in the wet streets, you know, but proud of them for doing it. Here
All
at
smiles.
The tail end of the parade, we welcome our Dutch dogs. I love that, the tail end of the parade. East Holland Veterinary Clinic is located is a local family-owned, full-service AAHA accredited veterinary clinic that has proudly served the Holland community for over 45 years. East Holland provides care to many species ranging from cats and dogs to lizards, bunnies, sugar gliders, and turtles. That's interesting right there. We got a little pup here who's sharing some strong opinions. Looking dapper in his Dutch costume, though.
Enjoying the tulips.
Fun. Yeah.
Emergency Veterinary Care Centers right in front of us has over 20 years of emergency and critical care experience. They opened their newest location right here in Holland last fall. It's staffed by a highly skilled team. EVCC provides dog and cat owners with accessible, high-quality emergency veterinary care when they need it the most. Visit evcc.com to learn more.
Coldwell Banker Woodland Schmidt is a local real estate company serving the West Michigan Lakeshore as the leader in home sales for over 40 years. With deep roots in Holland, CBWS also has offices in Saugatuck, South Haven, Grand Haven, Zeeland, Muskegon, etc. Coldwell Banker Woodland Schmidt Realtors are ready and eager to help you find the perfect place to call home. And here at the end of our parade, we have the Holland High School Marching Band, renowned for performing its signature routine in wooden shoes to the song Tiptoe Through the Tulips. Let's see if they'll give us a little tiptoe through the tulips here. instrument, it is a whole nother thing to march and play an instrument in wooden shoes, and it is yet another thing to march, play instruments in wooden shoes, and then also have that whole coordinated routine. Very, very impressive.
The trifecta of talent
I
right
love
there.
watching the Holland Marching Band. And bringing up the rear, we have our first responders celebrating and signifying the end of the parade. We thank you so much for joining us today here for the Gentex Kinderparade on a rainy and drying out May 9th afternoon. Was a very fun time showing you all of our elementary students, all of our kinders all throughout town, everything like that.
And don't forget, there still are some tulips left.
There still are some tulips left. Come visit Tulip Lanes. Come
The
visit
Immersion Garden.
The Immersion Garden. See some very fresh tulips. Those ones came from Canada. We had them in pots down in Canada and brought them down here Thursday before the festival, set them all up. They're still looking mighty fresh and beautiful. And we'll see you here also at 2 p.m. on Saturday, on the 11th, for our Quality Car Wash Music Parade, our Saturday parade. I'll be here. Scott's going to be elsewhere.
Another event,
unfortunately, but we will see you here for the Saturday parade. Thank you so much for joining us today. Signing off, you have Mark Dykema from Bigby Coffee and your board chair for this year's Tulip Festival. We also want to thank our media crew. Here you see them there on the screen. Eric, Kristen, Jacob, Jenna, Ashlyn, and Caleb. Thanks for fighting it out in the rain there, you guys. You guys did an awesome job showcasing this wonderful parade. Scott, I'll let you have the last word, my friend.
Hey, thank you for letting me learn from you this year.
Well, yeah, you did a great job.
This is a rookie season, so I'm still learning. I'm not willing to say great just yet.
I think you knocked it out of the park. And here's the thing that I'll say: of all the parades that we've hosted,
here it comes.
This one is definitely the most recent.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah.
I appreciate the level of confidence that you've instilled in me today, Mark. And I look forward to the next event that we share together.
Yeah, you guys have been a lot of fun. Come visit Holland. There's still plenty to do here in Holland. Come visit the carnival. Come check out all the wonderful food stands that we have in town here for the next few days. Come see the fireworks on Saturday night. Come see the parade Saturday afternoon. And we're signing off. We'll see you here in about 48 hours.